I am so glad that Arteta got the must-win match over with. Can someone please explain to me why this was a must-win match? Look, it can be a must-win match for two reasons, right? One is mathematically. I really don't want to be sitting and explaining to you why the mathematics doesn't work out, right? The second reason is emotionally. But we are in September. It still isn't time for us to emotionally for this game to be a must-win game, right? If you're one of those fans who believes this is a must-win game, or if we had lost today, you had actually given up on us, fuck right off, dude. Fuck right off. You're the fucking problem. The team that won the Premier League with the highest tally in recent times was Manchester City, who won in 2017-18 with a staggering 100 points, right? Before the match happened, we had 109 points to still play for, which means we could have lost 3 games after this or drawn 5. You choose. Like, the reason this is bothering me so much is because I believe that my team played the best football away from home this time for the very first time, and I couldn't really enjoy any of it because at the back of my mind, the must win, must win, must win, must win shit was going on, right? When it really shouldn't have gone on. But I'll tell you why I really wanted Arsenal to win here today, because we have really had a tough time in this stadium, man. And the last season when we played this particular fixture, I believe we played our worst football in the entire season. Right? We had no idea how to progress the ball. We were clueless. We were spineless. We didn't deserve even a single point from that match. Arsenal made 2 changes to the team that started last week against Manchester City. Eze came in for Marino and Mosquera came in for Saliba. A change I didn't fully understand. Considering how difficult this fixture is, it was probably wise to play one of our best players. But it was still okay because Mosquera has been in very good form. There was no reason for me to believe that it was a bad defense or anything like that, you know. But within the first 10 minutes of the match, we clearly understood what we've been missing all these days. A conventional central attacking midfielder. Oh my God, the football was flowing, man. And it wasn't meaningless possession that it usually tends to be, right? It was very, very meaningful possession, very purposeful attacking that led to a lot of chances, none of which were taken, of course, but still, it's been so long since we've created so many chances within the first 10 minutes of a match in such a big stadium away from home, right? Eze forced a very good save from Pope. Trossard hit the woodwork, and then the incident happened. A bad pass from a Newcastle player meant the ball reached Gyökeres, who then tried to get away from Pope. Pope made a tackle, got the ball first, and eventually took down Gyökeres. To me, it's very, very clear. There is no question. It was not a penalty, right? He clearly got the ball first, man. And according to the rules, it's not a penalty. At first, it looked like a penalty, but upon closer look, you understand that he actually got the ball first. So it's not a penalty. I'm sure a lot of you agree, although Arteta clearly didn't. And then against the run of play, when it clearly looked like only one team was going to score, the other team ended up scoring. I do not understand why one of the most reliable centre backs in the world wouldn't clear what was clearly well within reach and resort to this kind of behavior after that, man. The push was clearly not strong enough to elicit this kind of a reaction from Gabriel, man. You see, it was very, very important who was going to score the first goal, because when Manchester City can score a goal and then sit back to defend that goal, there is no reason why Newcastle would even hesitate to do it. It needed all the more caution from Arsenal defenders. And in the circumstance that we started trailing, we weren't sure about our attack yet, man. Yes, we had Eze and we also have Odegaard on the bench. But even with creativity like that, it is going to be very, very difficult to break a 10-man defense. I absolutely loved the way we reacted to the goal, though. It somehow I thought that we believed that the game belonged to us. You understand? We were displaying urgency like never seen before. Never seen before. Even last year when we came here after we conceded the goal, we both metaphorically and literally gave up. But this time the team reacted much better, right? The throw-ins were a lot faster. The progression was much better. It almost felt like it was the last 10 minutes of the match, not the first half. At halftime, we made one change. We brought in Saliba for Mosquera. Again, Newcastle were only focused on defending the goal and not putting together any kind of attack. Why would they? right? The only time they pressed was when Raya had the ball, so that Raya would then clear the ball and one of the big defenders would end up winning the ball. We largely controlled possession, right? Created a few good chances here and there. One very good play involving Eze, Trossard, Zubamendi, and Timber eventually led to a very good save from Pope, but then that was the only notable chance there was. We threw in a lot of crosses and some very, very good crosses. We really needed some big guys in the box, and thankfully Arteta made exactly that change. He brought in Martinelli and Merino for Saka and Calafiori. I also thought it was a very, very good time to bring on our captain because chance creation was the need of the hour. Out of the 500 crosses that were thrown into the box, Rice threw in another cross that met with Mikel Merino, who couldn't have possibly placed it better. It was 1-1, but we still needed to go for all 3 points. One sumptuous pass from Odegaard met Miles Lewis Kelly, who I thought could have made the pass to Martinelli a little sooner. The touch from him was slightly heavy, and that gave the defender enough time to come back and make the block. But oh my god, what a pass! And then Gabriel did for us exactly what he's been doing the whole of last season. He couldn't have possibly found a better time to do it. Full redemption, 100% redemption for the one blunder he earlier made. It was 2-1. Oh my god, man, we needed the 3 points. And then Gabriel did what he was doing for us for the whole of last season, and he couldn't have possibly found a better time to do it, man. A fantastic corner taken by Odegaard, a slightly mistimed run from Pope, and a perfect header meant we took away all 3 points. To me, I could put myself in the shoe of the Manchester City fan in 2012-13 when the Aguero moment happened. Okay, bye.